The wizards over at Pixar are known for inserting cameos in their films, but a new edition of Oh My Disney shows just how interconnected their universe is. That and more theories next on Screen Junkies News. Hey Internet, what's up? I'm Hector Navarro. Oh My Disney, the official social media arm of the Disney Empire, posted an updated Easter egg video to the Toy Story Facebook page and that admits all Pixar movies are connected. Let's watch. Let's pull that sucker up, okay? Here you go, guys. They had some new additions, correct? This is a new version of the video, Finding Dory. Well, what's the big deal with it?
That's Riley. That's far-fetched, sorry.
No, that's definitely Riley. That's not a tough one to do.
You think?
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, in Riley's brain.
Well, so this is the thing. I mean, Pixar is known for always connecting the last film with the most recent film.
Correct.
That's what we're seeing here is the sort of connections to them all.
Because it's still in their brain from when they're doing it.
I guess because they're working on these movies for so long, which we learned from Jared Bush he was telling us like the Disney and Pixar Brain Trust are working on these for years.
Yeah, these are 4-year plus projects.
But some of these are actually really cool. Except for Brave. I don't like Brave. Sorry. Brave's not my favorite.
I feel people like Brave, they thought Brave was going to be like a small family dynamic
Not
film.
a weird turning into animals movie, which completely ruined the movie.
I'm more of a How to Train Your Dragon guy, but Brave is not bad. It's just not the best
That's
Pixar
a stretch.
film.
Is that really lightning because it has a lightning bolt on it?
Yeah. It's
Why
a
didn't
toy
they
of
actually put lightning
McQueen.
there? That would have been really fun.
Oh my God, that girl is a monster. She's going to
why?
make that bear's life so horrible.
Oh no.
Oh no, there are several Latzos. You don't know if that's the one.
My name is Doug. I have just met
love
you and I
Doug.
love you.
Ratatouille.
So when Ratatouille was
This makes me want
released,
to go watch Pixar movies
the
right
next
now.
the next film was.
I mean, come on.
so-
They
Oh
couldn't
my
do
God.
better than
Tease
that
that.
one.
I thought there
I
was,
wouldn't have noticed that.
No,
there was other Easter eggs in WALL-E. There was definitely a
There
bunch of
must
junk
be.
in there. Like the pizza truck, I think, is somewhere in WALL-E. That's a great reference.
Is that a connection or is that just like
It's a
pun?
reference.
It's a reference.
A lot of puns.
It's the same as how Zootopia featured a scene where there was a bunch of bootleg DVD of a bunch of recent Disney animated movies starring animal characters. That was hilarious. That's all that was.
Oh, guys, can we have an Incredibles 2 tomorrow?
I so can't wait.
Still don't like that original Mr. Incredible suit. It's weird. It's off-putting.
It's Art Deco. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
The red and yellow is
better.
much better. The red and yellow for the family. I remember seeing this in theaters and knowing what that was as a kid. This is great.
That was the obvious one.
Classic. And that's another one.
That was more subtle.
Oh, Jesse.
I'm actually excited about it.
And wow, they're like all the way back. We got to hit them all. If only they had something
Story
about Bug's
2.
life, that would really help, wouldn't? Oh,
Whoa,
that's
they did it.
Ah,
Underappreciated Bug's
yeah, I
Life.
gotta
Agreed.
say, my kid. I've watched it again with recently. My kid, I agree. It's not the best, but it's definitely a really well done
It's supposed to be
movie.
Magnificent Seven, right? Just
Yes.
in Pixar form.
and
Pizza
Three
Planet
Amigos
Truck is in
and
every
Galaxy Quest.
Pixar movie. That's a little bit of a.
Yeah, that's a well-known thing.
You can see this.
was that?
They have it in a
Name?
Good Dinosaur. They have. They figured out how to put it on the thing.
Let's talk some fan theories, you guys. I got a fan theory that I have heard since all of these cameos. This has been kind of a known thing for Pixar fans and Disney fans, and that is that all of the movies take place in the same universe. But how would you explain Cars, you ask? That doesn't make any sense. It's a world of talking cars and there's no humans. Well, all of the humans died out, and it's a Mad Max world, and cars become sentient. And they, because their world was based off of how humans needed cars and what they needed them for, they just continue living that life and that existence. And it's pretty dark and messed up and happens thousands of years in the future, but it's also pretty cool and whatever. It just makes it connect to the larger Pixar world. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
It's a
But
fun
how do
theory.
they procreate?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do they
What?
give birth? They die because Doc
You don't
Hudson
need to see
dies.
that. It's like Rule 34.
In Cars
You don't
and
need to see
Cars
it.
2,
Oh, that must exist.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did
I don't
that.
think we've seen.
I had to look up Lion King Rule 43.
Well,
it scarred me for life.
It is 43, I think.
Did you
Or
guys
I don't know,
see
whatever. Don't do it.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was Blue Sky Studios, the studio that did Ice Age. They did a movie called Robots that had featured Ewan
Yes.
McGregor
Yeah,
and
Ewan McGregor.
Robin Williams.
Late.
And in that
Great.
movie, the beginning of that movie had two robot parents assembling a robot baby. And then that
They
baby
worked
would
together.
they worked together and they kept like
Aw.
adding parts to it. It's the same thing for the Cars universe.
Now,
there are
that baby
factories.
will always be small, though.
No, they added
I was
Every time, every
really
year.
grow.
as it was growing. They
Yeah.
added parts to it. They got new parts in. And it would like you got a leg extension, you got longer arms,
That's
you're in your
delightful.
teens. Oh, I got zits, and there were little sprockets or whatever on it, that kind of thing, little nuts and bolts and
That's
stuff.
a lot of work.
It
A lot
is,
of work.
but
So
that's
is
what.
parenting,
So
I
does
hear,
the
Andy.
brain? Does the brain?
And you don't keep asking questions
What
about
makes
robots.
it
Just let
sentient
it
as a
happen.
baby that does it? Yeah, sorry.
Just let it happen. They upgraded the machine. It became a learning computer.
So eventually it's like Ex
Skynet processor.
Machina.
Yes, exactly. It learned and learned.
We all
just
know
like
how
in,
well that
in
ends up.
Small Soldiers. Archer just had to look at a
Yeah.
Wikipedia
I thought
page.
you were going to say
and then-
Small Wonder.
No, Small
Well, look,
Soldiers. The
there's
better
a-
robot. No,
there's a-
Small Wonder's better.
There's a pretty known theory that I think most people have heard of, but that is my favorite. Well,
Go for it.
there's twofold. They're both around Toy Story. The one that which is really depressing is where's Andy's dad? Have you guys ever read that one?
Oh, yeah.
Deadbeat
It's
Super
super
dad?
depressing.
No,
It's
no,
not-
no. Disney
It
doesn't have
is.
deadbeat dads.
It
He's
is a
dead.
No, he's not dead. You see, Hector's wrong, and I can display because there's no photos of him anywhere in the house. If he was dead, they would be memorializing him, and they'd have things around him that would say, "Where is he?" Or
a
we
good
talk
point,
about him.
Andy. Damn it, that's a
the
good
fact
point.
that he's not in the house anywhere shows he is a deadbeat dad and walked out. And Woody is the only last thing he has of his dad.
Now,
That's why
yes.
he holds up to this old lost toy.
Now I got
which is
okay.
just like,
to counter
oh.
that, what if he died in a horrific accident? And Andy's mom purposefully put pictures away, or other
you don't do that
angle,
with
other
kids.
possibility.
No, that's wrong.
We
Two
just
kids.
we just didn't see every single angle of that freaking house. We didn't see like the camera didn't show us. Every,
we did.
Did we ever spend
Trust
time in
me,
Andy's
fans
mom's
have.
room? Did
There's
we ever
two
spend
movies to
time,
go through.
But were we ever in Andy's mom's room for any reason? No, we never
but we
went
go
into
to
the
the
You
bedroom.
don't go in
You
her
see what's on
underwear
the
drawer
steps.
either for good reason.
You see the
Exactly.
photos on the
They're private.
steps.
So
and
you
I
go
think
into
the
Andy's
dad would
mom's
be
room,
mentioned.
and there's pictures of the dad. There's
Well, they don't even
pictures
have
there.
like a new dad in part 2 is what I was wondering. When
No,
they,
what?
they moved to a nicer house to get the dog and she's still single
Andy,
mom.
a woman can move to a bigger house without a man's help, Andy.
No, I know, but I'm just saying at that point you might think time has passed, she's met someone new and she still hasn't.
Is there another Toy Story
Could
theory
have met
about?
a woman, could have met a
Yeah,
man.
fair enough. Toy Story 3, no guy in the picture.
Isn't there another theory that the mom is Emily, who owned Jesse?
That's the second theory, right? Exactly, which I love because Andy's wearing the hat.
It's beautiful.
When she
Andy's
loves me?
wearing like Jesse's hat in one, which is so perfect. And then
That's poignant. That's more towards the theme that Toy Story is trying to develop
Yes.
throughout its
I
series.
just wish they had just said like the name. They just figure out because it's Emily, right? Is the mom's
Emily.
name? I wish that in part 3,
Emily's
someone
a
would have just
girl.
driven by and like, "Hey, Emily," just suddenly
when she,
in
when
the
she
background.
goes and drops
oh
off
my
when she
God.
drops off the toys
Wouldn't that
at the
have been
daycare.
amazing?
Yeah.
What was her
Good
name?
to see you,
God,
Emily.
help us,
They've
Internet.
never confirmed it, to my knowledge.
I think
but if they
Emily's the
just,
little girl. I don't think the mom has a confirmed name.
or even
I
if they
think
just had
that's-
like her initial as E.
E,
the
when-
name,
whatever
like,
Andy's
I
last
just
name
wish
is.
they had actually done it.
Okay, just
But
to go back on
she
the
gave
deadbeat
away
dad
Jesse.
thing for a second. Sid had a deadbeat dad, and look how Sid turned out. Okay,
There's
that's
another
the
theory
point.
that Sid is the garbage man.
He is. He
in part
absolutely is.
3.
But he's happy at least.
He is a garbage man.
But he seemed happy with his job.
So I think this is a bananas theory. I don't actually think this is true. But there's a theory floating out there that Boo of Monsters, Inc. is the witch in Brave. That somehow
I believe it.
she grows up, uses some sort of time traveling magic to go back to the
Doors.
15th century.
Yeah.
Because of the door theory. Well, there was one thing. In the Will of the Wisps, there is a wooden figure of. Oh, sorry. There's a wooden figure of the pizza van, but there's also a wooden carving, as we saw in the video, of Mike. So the theory is Boo misses Mike and Sully so much that. Sorry, it's Sully or Mike. Mike
Yeah.
is the
Sully's
Sully's the monster.
Hers, yeah.
He's looking for Sully, and the reason why she disappears around doors is because she knows the power of doors and she doesn't want to go through them. I think this is very, very far-fetched.
But it would explain how she carved a truck, unless that witch is also a time traveler. In which case, if she's a time traveler, then it stands reason that she could have started becoming a time traveler in the present day and then went back. No, Andy?
You guys are missing out. Brave is the future, and they're running away from the post-apocalyptic cars.
Just like Aladdin. Just like Agrabah and Aladdin.
Star Wars.
How else would Genie...
Robopocalypse, the book Robopocalypse, where
Yes.
they had to go back.
How else would Genie know a Jack Nicholson impression? Guys, it's all in the future. Everybody died. Every single person died. No, the Genie's a time traveler. That's the real question. Or he breaks the fourth wall like Deadpool. All right, guys. Well, those are our theories. I think that's pretty much it. Are there any other Pixar theories that you guys on the internet watching right now want to tell us? Big thanks to our panel. Andy Signor. I didn't even introduce you guys. Oh my God, we just jumped right into
they
it.
know who I am.
Andy Signor, head of Screen Junkies, president of the world, writer of Screen Junkies News, Charlie Feldman. Guys, thank you so much for being here and sharing your theories.
Thank
Always
you.
love talking Pixar.
And if we got things wrong, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
I'm sure you will.
Let us know stuff that we missed, some of your favorite Pixar or even Disney Easter eggs, things that might connect another movie to another movie. I know there's one between Little Mermaid and Frozen. So why don't you go ahead and put that in the comments so other people can
Tangled.
read it. No, Tangled, they're all up in there. Tarzan, Aladdin, whatever. But tell us about your favorite Pixar fan theories, how these worlds are connected. And like Charlie said, anything that we missed. Guys, click on these things to watch a bunch of different videos. We're here every single day. You can always be tweeting at us at SJ News. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.